I would like to make a short video to explain my take on why it is that people with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome fluctuate so much in terms of disability and mobility. It might look, strange to people, and people might come up with negative assumptions. But I tell you that what many people are assuming, it really couldn't be further from the truth. Because Ehlers-Danlos is a very painful and debilitating condition. But it's also a different condition. It's very different the way that it, manifests. And it's an awful condition. It's very, very challenging. It's based in the fact that we have weakened collagen, which is in your skin. You see I have very elastic skin, soft elastic skin. It's your body's glue. And I have hypermobile joints and easy bruising and more fragile vascular system. That depends on the type. Like some types have a very fragile vascular system, like type 4. And my type has less, but still to some degree. Anyway, the collagen is weak. And the muscles are not necessarily weak. The muscles are fine. But they get tired because we're having to hold ourselves together, and quite literally all the time, every time we're up and exerting. The body has this thing where it knows how to protect itself. If it feels like it's going to get injured, it tenses up. So we have a lot of tension, muscle tension, and we really use our muscles a lot. And we don't want to dislocate and injure, and our posture and alignment is always wobbling around, and that's because of the weak collagen. So our muscles are trying to hold us in line more and move for us and push us along, like do the job that muscles do for you when you're physically active. But for us, it's 3 or 4 times as hard to do that, as 3 or 4 times as exerting. So what happens is when we get tired, our muscles can't hold us in as much anymore. We'll dislocate more. We'll injure more. We'll tear, sprain, because we're tired. And that's especially when something is too strenuous, or an event is you have to go too fast, or carelessness and fatigue are the two main ways that somebody with Ehlers-Danlos can get injured or overdo themselves, and therefore be hurting really badly the next day, and then need to use their wheelchair or their cane. It fluctuates. And this is the case for a lot of chronic illnesses, but it's particularly, I think, enhanced in Ehlers-Danlos, or it's very profound, like the fluctuations, the appearance of the fluctuations, because we might be having a good day, and because our muscles are, full of energy, we appear to be walking almost normally. Maybe the injuries we have are, healed up, and, a good mood and have lots of energy. And then you look like you're walking normally. And then, after, a few days, the Ehlers-Danlos sufferers having a bad day, then people are going to be like, they looked like they were walking perfectly fine a few days ago, and now they're in a wheelchair. They're faker. They're malingering. And that's not it. It just isn't. That's not what's going on. What's going on is muscle fatigue and injury and tissue injury and flare up. That's what's going on. And once we might get better, we might again be able to look like we can walk normally. And this is what you call a dynamic disability. And Ehlers-Danlos is a very, very strong example of a condition that produces dynamic disability like this. People just need to educate themselves on how Ehlers-Danlos syndrome manifests in people and what that might look like and why. And then we won't be having ignorant, silly, and incredibly unkind and hurtful assumptions being made and accusations happening. So, yeah. Thanks for watching. If you got this far, I'm Scarlett Rose Ashcraft, and you can check out my website, scarlettrose.org.